What's going on, everybody? So today's video is going to be top Supreme items in the store for, I don't even know what month it is. The last 3 videos I've been like mixing. Is it April? Is it May?
Denied.
What month is it? April. So top Supreme items in store at UN for April 2018. So I didn't really plan this video out and where we were going to start. So we're just going to walk around the store and check out what we got going on and stuff. So I have a couple box logos. You know, we have most of last season's box logos here. So here's the red one. Which one's your favorite one, Charlie?
Red.
Yeah?
Yeah.
This is like the rarer one because that's the one that we got like the least of. Then we got the black neon. This is like if you're playing it safe but you want to live life on the edge with the neon kind of thing, right? Got the browns, and then we have, you know, that neon, have that blue with the yellow, and then some pink. And these are kind of heavy when you try to hold all these heavies like that. And I got these tiny little Burger King hands, so I can't really do. I gotta put all these up, man. I don't hit the gym for anything, except for maybe the like vending machine. Maybe there's a monster in there when I'm passing by. And then we got the TNFs that just dropped. I know we had the gold one and the brown and the bronze one somewhere around, but you know, got that. Let's see what else? What other items? Top items, not all items. Yep, there's the gold. Gold one's cool. We probably have about 50 to 60 decks at the shop. We probably sell 1 or 2 decks a week, but I think the best ones right now are the Legal Business Control America joints. There's the white one, we got black, we got blue, reds. I like the white and the red ones a lot.
And the skull piles up there.
Yeah, and the skull piles is pretty dope.
Which
too.
does glow in the dark.
Yeah, it does. And then we have tons of skull pile stuff, like the jacket, which I like this piece. I tried to convince Joni to let me buy it, but she said I can't dress like I'm 5 years old all the time. I don't mind dressing like a 5-year-old. I'm actually as tall as a 5-year-old, so that's why I'm kind of okay with it. I'm actually as tall as this guy. We're the same height. Supreme accessories are pretty much like scattered all throughout the store. This store, we didn't really have the layout that we wanted. I tried to redo the store a couple of times and, you know, talk to them all, but we couldn't get on the same page. And then we got a great opportunity with Fashion Show Mall, so we kind of, I don't want to say half-assed it, but we kind of just made do with what we had. But at the new store, there's going to be dedicated sections in the store that are coming out of the walls where all these accessories are going to be, which is really dope. But you know, nonetheless, couple cool accessories we have at the shop are the clout glasses, toolboxes, for all the tools you're not going to use, just, you know, Mophie case, which, geez, this would probably sell a lot better if it was out of the box, huh? You think we'd sell one, maybe? Got lighters, iPhone cases, water bottles for all your hype beast thirst needs, money bags. Yeah, I use this a lot to go to the bank. This helps. It's very helpful. And it's sturdy. So behind you is a whole nother set of racks that are nothing but Supreme and Bape and Palace. But I'll pick out some pieces that are pretty cool. Let me see. Is this the... Nope, that's not the Prodigy one. I like this shirt, bro. I'm not gonna lie. You're gonna start. I'm flirting with the idea of doing. Well, I'm not flirting with it. I actually put in an order. We're doing striped shirts at UN. Big boys, fat boys. I'm trying to look out for you. You know, I got a bit of a pudge, so this is how we're gonna. You know how I wear striped shirts sometimes, and people. Those are always the posts where people are like, "Oh, you look like you lost hella weight, but you've been the same way for the last 20 years, bro." You know, some days I look like I'm 10 pounds. The other days I look like I'm 20 pounds. Just the striped shirts, dog. This shirt's pretty clean. Might actually buy this. Jeez. Yo, you know what, Steez? I'm gonna buy this. I'm sorry. Yo, that's my Steez, huh? It's got like a little bit of earth tone. Yeah, I didn't know this was gonna turn into a Supreme shopping at UN with 2J's video. They say you shouldn't get high on your own supply, but I can't help it. There's a lot of cool stuff in here, man. With the stripes at 3M. We try to keep a lot of the like current season stuff, right? We have a lot of consigners and they do a great job of, you know, putting in the work in the city. Damn, I'm gonna have to get this one too, bro. This one's pretty fire, huh? This reminds me of Prodigy dropped an album. I think it was called Product of the 80s. And in that album cover, he wore a long sleeve version of this, but this one is muy nice. But yeah, we're gonna do UN shirts like this actually, and nothing too crazy with the UN stamp, but I think we're gonna do like little UN hits here in the corner, and those are dropping soon. See, yeah, I'm gonna take this one too, bro. I've been eyeing these for the last couple days, and I didn't know they were my size, so I'll just take those. Just start ringing those out. You got a moment. This Public Enemy shirt is a sleeper, bro. I like this shirt a lot, and it's not, I feel like this is going to be one of those shirts where in 2-3 years people are going to really regret that they didn't buy this, right? I want to say these are priced like they start at $90, but that's history right there, bro. Ma, what was the first tape that, I'm taking it back. You remember the first tape that you bought me? We used to live on Inslee Street. You took me to Kmart. And the first rap tape you bought me was what?
I don't remember the name, but I know it was very.
The first album she bought me was NWA. And I went to the house. I remember, I think we paid like $13, $14 for it. As soon as I played it, I hit play, and the first curse word came out, she hit stop. I went back, hit play, she hit stop.
Yep.
And yeah, that was my first rap album, bro. NWA. Supreme jerseys. We got both the white and the black joints in the store. These are selling really well. We actually have one of the sleeves. I believe it's a size large. And then, you know, again, I could keep going with stuff, but this is just one side of it, right? I'll hit the other side as we go. I'm just basically just looking and saying, oh, look, the guitar. Dude, that's such a great piece. I want that, but Joni won't let me buy it. I really want that guitar, man. I tried playing Joni a song with that on my Instagram. I don't know if you guys saw. But one day, I'm going to go into my Jimi Hendrix, or Porto, or whatever you want to call me. LV monograms. Boy, have these shot up. I bought mine resale when they first dropped at $4,000, and I thought it was a lot. Now I feel like a genius because with the last 3 that we've sold have sold for $7,000, and these 2 are actually listed at $7,000. And I think they're still going to keep going up in price. And here comes the comment section where it's like $7,000 for a hoodie. Are you crazy? Again, if you're looking at items that cost, if you're looking at clothing that costs $7,000. You got to keep in mind, you're probably in a position where you could justify that expense. It's not for everybody. I get it. Not everybody needs to wear the loud, but some people appreciate. And some people are just buying the pieces because they see that the values is there and it's going to keep growing up in price. And then they trade it or sell it down the road and make a couple bucks. So don't just look at it as a garment anymore. These are, like, I try to, especially with parents when they come in, I'm trying to explain the business side of it. And it makes it a little bit easier to look at things a little different, right? Here's probably one of the rarest hoodies that you're going to see, and this is by far one of the rarest Supreme items that's come into the store. This is from 2011 fall winter. It's the olive box logo. I reached out to On the Arm after we purchased this, and I said, hey guys, Mikey over at On the Arm, who's he's been great with us and helped us out a lot with a lot of cool stuff. I said, Mikey, hey, look, man, I came across a small. It still has tags. What would you value it at? You know, and he's like, hey, I sold the large that was worn for $3,000. a couple weeks ago. So he was like, this should be about $4 to $5 grand. We listed it at 3,500. That's a really rare piece. You got a couple of Supreme duffel bags. I know that there's only one, but I'm saying a couple because we have a couple of these. Sake. I only put iced tea in. I have one. I only put iced tea in there though. Can't do sake. That stuff is. You drink sake?
Yeah.
I can't do it.
Sake and sake bombs.
I can't. I cannot do it. Now, in this fancy display, this crack. This actually happened because C's put his hand here, and C's has heavy hands. Supreme gun, which I'm really surprised that this is here because this is actually on their market, and this is a fun piece to have. This is one that you know, I want to say they're going for like $400 to $500 now, but this is under that. This in a year or two is like a $700-800 piece. Easy, and you know, in a couple years it's a couple grand, and people are gonna be like, oh my god, I should have copped when they were just sitting. We have a bunch of the clippers, which I know, again, you can't really see it that well here, but these dropped a little bit. Take advantage because this is another item that's gonna shoot up like crazy. Then we have Brooklyn box logos. Brooklyn box logo, Sade T. So this one, which you can barely see, is a 20-year anniversary Supreme box logo. It's listed at $1,000. It's DS. I believe it still has tags on it. It's a really dope piece. Flashlights, you know, for when you gotta go to the bathroom and you're scared to go, but you don't want to turn the lights on because you don't want to wake anybody up. Chopsticks right next to it. You know that this Luminade, I told you guys, but not on video for you guys watching. Luminade was actually on Shark Tank, and they pitched their whole crazy idea about, how they wanted to use their lights to help, you know, the needy, and they donate tons of lights to third world countries, and they did a collab with Supreme, and they blew up, bro. They took like a small percentage. They asked for a small investment. I want to say it was under 6 figures what they asked for, you know, I don't quote me on it, but I know it was like a very small portion of their business. They blew up. They did like $8-10 million in sales last year, and you know, that was just a concept to help other people. This I bought one just because of that. See what else we got. Oh, we have a Supreme heat locker. So technically any of the items, well, there's Supreme and Bape in there, but it's mainly Supreme. So you can win any of these shirts for $1. If you win and we have your size, you wind up getting the shirt in your size. If we don't have your size, then you have a couple options, right? The first one is you could keep the item that you won, or you get a store credit for the dollar amount of the item that you won. So you could come up. Some of these shirts are like, what, 200, 300 bucks? And then when I get over here, this whole section is Supreme. So all these shirts are all on the website. Every single one of these. You can go to urbannecessities.com. There's still scratchers. You can win 400 store credit just by buying $400 worth of Supreme, or $400 worth of shoes, and so on and so forth. What do we have? 6 winners left?
5 winners left.
5 winners left. Okay, so 5 winners left. More Supreme on that side. And then we have a bunch of Supreme hats. And a bunch of Supreme bags. So that's pretty much all the Supreme that we have. It's a lot. You know, I'm going to go out on a limb here and say that I don't think anyone in the city has as many Supreme pieces as we have at the moment. And again, we charge 10% consignment or $20 minimum to sell these items. We have a consignment manager where you can submit these items online and ship them in, or bring them to the store. And that's pretty much it. If you haven't already, go on Urban Necessities Instagram page and check out. I posted 6 pictures, which are renderings or the mock-ups of our new store. some of the pieces that are displayed in those renderings are gonna change. Like the all over print in the front of the store is not gonna be there. We're gonna do that bland. They kind of got carried away there. I've been holding on to those pictures for a while. I've been dying to share it with you guys. I didn't want to take the approach of being all secretive with what it is that we're doing. You know, a lot of you guys have been watching what we've been doing from the very beginning, and you've seen nothing but growth, right? And I get it. It's a little raw, a little bit more raw than, you know, other brands have taken with their approach. But I feel like you guys need to see this and share this moment with us as far as seeing what it's going to, right? I saw a couple of the comments on there. They're like, oh, it's bland, it's this, it's that. Well, yo, I don't know any other store that's got iPads with scanners for you to be able to scan your goods. And that wall, that sneaker wall is actually, walk over this way. It's 1.5 times the size of that one. I don't know anybody that has a sneaker wall that big. Well, maybe Flight, maybe? Yeah, Flight, New York. And then there's actually going to be 2 extra rows. Instead of 6, it's going to be 8. It's going to be about the same height, but there's 2 extra rows. Then all this clothing and that clothing is going to be on a wall that's about 15 feet bigger. And then there's going to be dedicated walls for skateboards, dedicated walls for hats, book bags, dedicated, you know, hutches for all the Supreme accessories and stuff. So it's going to be a much cleaner layout, but it's still going to have that UN feel. And I'm really excited. Don't quote me on this date. Please don't quote me on this date, but we are trying our best for May 18th. And the other part is that all those Sean Witherspoons are probably going to go into the heat locker. So you guys are going to be able to win them over that weekend. And I mean, I want all of them to be won on that weekend. So that's enough yapping for now. These are all the top Supreme items that are in the store for the month of April 2018. We got it right. It's not May. I know I've been jacking those up for the last couple of days. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe. Share this video if you haven't already. If you want, you're more than welcome to upload content to jclopez.com and submit a user-submitted video. Make sure that they're PG and no copywritten music. I'd love to, you know, you guys have helped me grow my voice over the years, and I just want to help you guys grow yours. So upload some content, and I'll catch you guys on the next one.